Hello. Hello. Okay. मुझे लेट हो गया बस। फैन बंद है। यार चालू कर दी थी। Hey, am I audible? Am I audible to all of you? Am I audible to all of you? Can you please confirm in the chat box? There was some technical glitch, okay? Okay, so I was telling you only we have here those who have joined here. Okay, we have only 33 participants. Actually, it is 32 only. So where are the rest of the students? Aren't they joining? Because we have got extra 1 month. Okay, those who haven't done well in the last paper can do very much better in the next paper, because we have got 1 month, more than a month to prepare again. Okay, so we'll be running now a whole month crash course again, online session, and we'll be doing extensive calculations and problems on the physics and the chemistry and the bio as well. So could we start the first question? Can we start with the first question? Yes. First question is this. Please read the question and answer it. All of you, please read the question. Arya, Abhinas, Afra Ahmad, Amirtha, Anandavali, Sylvie, Bavitra, Divya, Sasi, Hima, Irfana. Everyone, please. All of you, please read the question and try to find the answer. This is a very easy question. The question says that the magnitude and direction of acceleration produced in a body of 5 kg when two mutually perpendicular forces 8 Newton and 6 Newton act on it. So the answer should be written in this way, that we are given two forces, that the forces are 8 Newton and 6 Newton respectively. If we somehow try to find the net force, good morning everyone. If you somehow try to find the net force, first we will find the net force, then we know that by Newton's second law, force equals to mass times acceleration. To get the acceleration, divide the force by the mass, we will be getting the acceleration, and mass is given, that's 5 kg. So what exactly you have to find is the resultant of 8 Newton and 6 Newton when they are perpendicular to each other. There are two ways to find the resultant. One is that you will use that when two vectors, okay, are placed tail to tail and the angle between them is theta. What is the resultant? Square root of a1 square plus a2 square plus twice a1 a2 cos of theta. Okay, here the theta will be 90 degrees. Option D is correct. So it's 2 meter per second square, tan inverse 3 by 4 with the 8 Newton. Okay. This was actually a question from NEET 2026 that was held on 3rd of May. Okay. I want you to solve this question. This is an easy, very easy question. This is easy peasy question. Okay. Do it fast, please. You have 30 seconds now. We are already late. So I want to show you more and more questions. So please do it fast. One of the student have got answer D, and what are rest of the students doing? Are you trying? Are you trying? There are names like Vivo, Varsha, Shiny, Sangavi, Priya, Rakshana, Mani Bharati. Do it fast. Irfana, Hima, Harishwar. Hey, please inform your other friends as well. Okay, by one way or the other way, inform them that the classes had been started again. Okay, so please inform them. कहाँ है? वही तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ. अरे क्या कर रहे हो यार? पेन चला के देखो, दोबारा शेयर करके तो स्टॉप करके दोबारा शेयर स्टॉप करके दो। Am I audible? There is some glitch in the. We are sorry for that. Our team is working on it. Am I audible to all of you? Please do work out, sir. You want me to solve it? Yes, you want me to solve it? Do you want me to solve it? Yes. Okay. Look, we have two forces. We are sorry. There was some technical glitch. Okay. Can you please tell me, has anyone solved this? Is only there only one student who had found option D? Is there no one else who has tried it? Yes. Is there no one else who has tried it? Please tell me. Please do work out, sir. What does it mean? I don't understood it. Can you please write again? Okay, let's look at the solution of this question. Okay, I told you that what we have to do is solely is to find the net resultant force, and we have two mutually perpendicular forces, and if we want to find the net resultant force, what we have to do? What we have to do is, yes, to find the net resultant force, what we will be doing? I'll be taking it like this. Look, this was the answer. Option D was the correct answer. Those who have answered D is correct. So I will take 8 Newton force along the x-axis and 6 Newton force along the y-axis. Since they are perpendicular to each other, it's told in the question that they are mutually perpendicular to each other. So what is the resultant? Resultant is square root of 8 square plus 6 square. Okay, and we will get a resultant of 10 Newton. 36 plus 64. Okay, so it's 100 and square root of 100 is 10. I'll be getting 10 Newton force. Now I want to calculate the acceleration. It was told to find the magnitude and direction of the acceleration. So the magnitude of acceleration A will be force divided by mass, and it will be 10 divided by 5, that's 2 meter per second square. Very great. So when we get the answer as 2 meter per second square, now I want to find the direction of this acceleration. So direction of acceleration will be same as the direction of force. So I'll be finding the direction of force, and I know, let's say it makes an angle theta with the x-axis with the 8 Newton. So I can say tan of theta, tan of the theta equals to perpendicular divided by base. Perpendicular here is 6 Newton and base is 8 Newton. So I'll be finding tan of theta equals to 3 divided by 4. Okay, it's 6 divided by 8, and when you cancel it with the 2, it will be 3 divided by 4. So theta is tan inverse 3 by 4. So it means that the magnitude of acceleration is 2 meter per second square, and its direction is tan inverse 3 by 4, but with what force? 6 Newton force. This was one of the questions that was asked in this year, okay, of NEET, that was discarded. Is it clear to all of you? Hey, is it clear to all of you? Please tell me, is there any problem? Has everyone got the answer? Yes or no? Yes or no in the chat box, everyone. Dennis, Mary, Usha, Shani, Sangavi, Priya, all of you, please react in the chat box whether you have done it or not. This was one of the easiest questions that was asked in NEET 2026. Nothing less, nothing more. Sir, yesterday I told you teachers match the following type questions. Yeah, we are working on that. Okay, and we are trying to find such questions and make such pattern type questions. And today I'll be talking again, okay, to the content creators, and we'll be giving you the content on that. Okay, we are creating questions on it. Is it clear? Is it clear to you? Anandavali, I told you that tomorrow we'll be starting it, but I'll be confirming again. Okay, we have to create some questions regarding that, and we have to create such type of questions where there are match the following types, where we are given the match 1 and match 2. Okay, explain again. Look at here, we have the forces 8 Newton and 6 Newton, they are perpendicular to each other. Is it clear? Now we have a body which are acting on a body of mass 5 kg. We are told to find the magnitude and direction of the acceleration. We know that if two vectors are perpendicular to each other, then the net is square root of ax square plus ay square. Okay, here ax is 8 Newton along x-axis and ay is 6 Newton. So what will be the net force? Square root of 6 square plus 8 square, which will give me 100. So square root of 100 is 10. Now I want to find the acceleration, not the force. So to find the acceleration, F equals to ma by Newton's second law. To find acceleration will be equals to F divided by m. That will be 10 divided by 5 and that will give me 2 meter per second square. Is it clear? Hey, is it clear to all of you? So this is only the magnitude, but I want to find the direction as well. To find the direction, let's say that the net force makes an angle theta with the 8 Newton force. So by tan of theta, tan theta equals to perpendicular divided by base. Perpendicular is 6 Newton and base is 8 Newton. So it means tan of theta equals to 6 divided by 8. That will give you 3 divided by 4. I want to find the theta. So theta will be equals to tan inverse 3 by 4. But there is one more point. This theta is with respect to 8 Newton. With the 8 Newton, the net force that makes with the 8 Newton. So the magnitude of acceleration is 2 meter per second square and the angle theta is tan inverse 3 by 4 with the 8 Newton. Is it clear to you? So the option D was correct. Now there is another question that was again asked in NEET 2026. Please do this question. It's an easy question. Please do it. Try this question fast. Try this question. Every student should try this question and do try it. Try this question fast. I was telling about your friends. Please let your friends know that the classes have been started and there will be a 30-day again crash course there because we have more than 30 days. On 21st of June we had the exams. So we'll be having a 30-day crash course again online. Okay, where we'll clear your all the doubts and the PYQs and the theory part again. So please let your friends know. Solve this question. This question says that a box of mass 15 kg is kept on a floor of a stationary trolley. The coefficient of static friction. We have actually a box whose mass is 15 kg and that's kept on a floor of a stationary trolley. Okay. The coefficient of static friction between the box and the trolley is 0.12. Keeping the box in the stationary state over the trolley, the maximum acceleration with which the trolley can be moved horizontally is in meter per second square. So is it 2.1 meter per second square? Is it 1.8 meter per second square? 1.5 or 1.2 meter per second square? Selvi is saying, sir, option D is correct. Do it. Hey, what are the rest of the students doing? Are you trying? Arya, Abhi, Nas, Afra, Amirtha, Anandawali, Selvi, Bavitra, Dennis Mary, Deva Darshini. Yes, sir, I do it. What is the answer? Tell me the answer in the chat box, everyone. I am telling you that you all should try it. I am not telling you that you should give me the correct answer. I am not telling you try you that, okay? I am telling you that give me the answer. Whether that's correct or incorrect, that we will check later. Option D, option D. Everyone is now typing option D. Shapi is saying option D. Mani Bharathi is saying option D. Irfana is saying option D. Okay. Okay. Anyone else? Great. Option C is there. Some student is saying option C. One of the students is saying option C. Great. Okay. Everyone else. Everyone. Arya is saying option C. Okay. So 2 students with option C. So let's look at the solution of this question. Option D is maximum answer, but there are option C as well. Is there anyone else who has tried to find the answer? Please react in the chat box and tell me in the chat box whether you have answered or not. Are you appearing in this classroom from your home? Option A is also coming. Anandavali is saying option A. Okay. Let's look at the solution of this question. Look at here. So the option is option D. That's 1.2. So those who have answered it option D, very great. Those who have answered option A and C, please look at the solution now, okay, and check your mistakes. That's the only point I am telling you, that try it on your own, because when you try it on your own, then only I can tell you where you have mistakenly put the values or which concept you have used. So let's look at the solution of this question. It says, let's say for example a box of mass 15 kg is kept on a floor. This is our 15 kg mass, okay, of a stationary trolley. So this is our stationary trolley and this is our 15 kg mass, okay, and this trolley is stationary. The coefficient of static friction between the box and the trolley is 0.12. So there is a frictional coefficient, that is 0.12 between the trolley and this box which is of mass 15 kg, keeping the box in the stationary state. Now tell me, what are the forces that are exerting on the box 15 kg? One is mass times acceleration, okay, because this is moving with the maximum acceleration with which the trolley can be moved is. So if we say, let's say the trolley is moving with acceleration A, then the force on the upper block, this is 15 kg block, is mass times acceleration. But there is another force, that is a frictional force. Frictional force will be equals to mu times normal reaction. So what is the normal reaction on this surface? It is mg, downwards is the normal reaction. So the frictional force will be mu times n, that's mu times mg, that's mu times mass times acceleration due to gravity. Now if we want to put this block at rest, if we want that this block should be at rest, this is what has been asked in the question, that the box, keeping the box in the stationary state over the trolley. If we want that this box should be at a stationary state over the trolley, we have to equate the forces. So we have to actually tell the net force on it is 0. So mass times acceleration should be equals to mu times mg. So mu times mg must be equals to m times a for keeping the box in the stationary state, okay. M and m will cancel out, so the acceleration will be mu times g. The value of mu is 0.12 and the value of acceleration due to gravity is 10 meter per second square. So 0.12 into 10 will give me 1.2 meter per second square, and this was the answer, and this question was asked in NEET 2026. Okay, so this was the one of the questions that was asked in NEET 2026. I have showed you the first two questions, and both of these two questions were asked in the recent year on the 3rd of May. Have you done these questions, please? All the students are requested to mark their attendance. There will be a Google form in the chat box. Please mark the attendance, okay? Please mark the attendance, everyone. Okay. Can we move forward now? Hey, can we move forward? Yes or no? Okay, now moving to next question. This is our question that was asked in NEET 2025. Try this question and then I will show you the solution. Try this question fast. Then on I will show you the solution. Okay, try this question fast. Every student here, I want you to try this question. Usha, Shani, Sanghavi, Priya, all of you, Mani Bharati, all of you, all the students here, Irfana, Sasi, Divya, everyone, try it. So the question says that there are two inclined surfaces of equal length L and same angle of inclination 45 degrees. So if we have two inclined surfaces like this, okay, and the angle of inclination is 45 degrees, one of them is rough and the other is perfectly smooth, okay. A given body takes 2 minutes as 2 times as much time to slide down on rough surface than on the smooth surface. The coefficient of kinetic friction between the object and the rough surface is close to. So we are told to find the coefficient of kinetic friction between the object and the rough surface. Hey, do it fast. Do this question, please. Have you all marked the attendance? Have you all marked the attendance? Yes. Please do it fast. Have you got the answer? Can you try it? You have to make two inclined surfaces, okay, and there will be mg perpendicularly downwards, but across the surface there will be, along the surface there will be g sine of theta acceleration, and in upward direction as well. So the length is same of length L and the inclination theta is also same. So you are told to find the coefficient of kinetic friction. Okay. Option B are reacting students are saying Irfana option B is correct, Selvi option B is correct, Oppo, Kritika, Ushapi, Sasi and Arya. All Arya is saying option D is correct. Okay, great. Okay. So you have tried yourself. Try everyone else. Hey, try everyone else. D and B. No, B is correct. Okay, Irfana is saying no, B is correct. Okay. D are writing some students. B is majorly the answer that's written by the students. So let's look at the solution. Okay, should I look the solution or give you one more minute? Look, we don't have that much time in the NEET. Please make your calculations fast. So let's look at the solution. Major students are answering answer B is correct. So the answer is B, 0.75. This was asked in NEET 2025. Sandoshni, B. Yeah, I have got it. B 4 times, 5 times, 6 times. Let's look at the solution. The solution is something like this. The time taken to slide down a rough inclined surface is twice as on the smooth surface. It's given in the question. Then the acceleration on the smooth surface is given by g sine of theta. Okay, because the block is going downwards with acceleration g sine of theta. The time to slide down, because if we want to find the time, what will be that equals to distance upon the speed. Okay, and so time will be inversely proportional to the square root of acceleration. So for smooth, it will be inversely proportional to square root of g sine of theta. And the acceleration on the rough surface. What is happening on the rough surface? What is happening on the rough surface? Yes, on the rough surface there will be g sine of theta downwards, and there will be again one more component in the upward direction. And what will be that? Can you tell me please, what will be that? Yes, what will be that? That will be mu times g sine of g cos of theta, because that will be mu times normal reaction. Okay, frictional force, mu times normal reaction. Normal reaction will be mg cos of theta. M and M will cancel out, so it will be mu k g cos of theta. It's kinetic friction coefficient. So relating the two, we will try to find the time for the smooth surface and time for the rough surface. So we will divide time for the rough divided by time for the smooth. For rough surface, the time will be square root of sine theta minus mu k cos of theta, and for smooth surface it will be inversely proportional to square root of sine of theta, and we will get the answer of 2. Okay, squaring both sides results in equation sine of theta, because it's 2. Look at here, this is given actually t rough divided by t smooth. From here you can see it's 2. Okay, so what's happening is we will getting the 4. Now we know the theta as well. What's theta? It's told that the same two inclined surface are inclined by an angle of 45. So the angle theta equals to 45. So for sine theta, sine of 45 will be 1 by root 2, and cos of 45 will be again 1 by root 2. So what we are going to find when we put the values, we will get mu k will be equals to 3 by 4, that's 0.75. So 0.75 is the correct answer. Is it clear to all of you? Hey, is it clear to all of you? Yes or no? Is it clear to all of you? Should I move forward to the next question? Yes. Now tell me this question. This is a very easy question. You don't need to do that much calculations. Tell me, what about this question? What about this question? A particle moving with uniform speed. Remember, the word used in the question is uniform speed, not velocity. We know the difference between the speed and the velocity. In speed there is magnitude only, and in velocity there is magnitude and direction. If I am telling you that my speed is 5 meter per second, it's correct. If I am telling you my velocity is 5 meter per second, it's wrong, because you have to ask me, sir, in which direction are you traveling? Then it makes the perfect sense. So speed is a what? Speed is a scalar quantity and velocity is a vector quantity, and it has been told a particle moving with uniform speed in circular path maintains. Does it maintain the constant velocity, constant acceleration, constant velocity but varying acceleration, constant velocity and varying acceleration? Option D is the major answer from the students. and still I am getting only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Only 9 answers from 38 students. Hey, why aren't you answering? Rest of the students, please answer. Everyone should answer. If you want to take 30 seconds more, I am giving you 30 seconds more, but please find the answer. Guru Priya, Vivo, Varsha, Usha, Shani, Sanghavi, Priya, Rakshana, every one of you, please answer it. D is the only answer that is coming up. So it means that all the students are getting option D. So it's an easy question, by the way, then. So let's look at the solution. So we were told that particle moving with uniform speed in circular path maintains. What does it maintain? Varying velocity, because when a particle moves in a circle, its speed is constant. It's told in the question, but its direction is changing at every point. Direction is in a circle is given by tangential to the path, and direction is changing at every point. So we can say that it has a varying velocity. Also, its acceleration is directed towards the center. That is centripetal acceleration, v square divided by r, but it's directed towards the center at every point. So the direction of acceleration is also changing. Yeah, you can tell me that the magnitude is remaining same, obviously, that v square by r is constant, but the direction that when we are talking about acceleration itself is a vector quantity. So it needs both magnitude and direction. Magnitude is constant, that's v square by r, but the direction that we are talking about is always directed towards the center. You might be thinking that it's directed towards the center, acceleration is constant. No, it is not. Draw a circle, at each point draw an arrow towards the center. You will find those arrows are in different directions. So it means that their acceleration is different. So the answer was varying velocity and varying acceleration. Is it clear to all of you? Hey, is it clear? Anandavali? No, A is not the answer. A is not the answer. The answer is D. Should I move forward now? Should I move forward? All of you. Sir, please increase your volume. Hey, is my volume correct to all of you? Is my volume coming? Or... yeah, Anandavali, please check your network. Okay, my voice from here, as I can see that it's clear. It's in the high pitch, actually. Voice clear. Okay, so please check your network. Now moving forward. This is the question that is being asked in NEET 2024. All of the recent year questions are here. Okay, so the question number 5 says that we have a horizontal force of 10 Newton is applied to a block A as shown in the figure. So in the figure we have two blocks, A block and block B. A has a mass of 2 kg and B has a mass of 3 kg, and we are applying a force of 10 Newton applied to the block A. Okay, the mass of the block is given. A has a mass of 2 kg and B has a mass of 3 kg. The block slides over a frictionless surface. This surface is frictionless, so you don't need to care about the friction as well. The force exerted by block A on block B will be. So what will be the force exerted by block A on block B? Actually, you want to find the normal reaction between the block A and block B. Do it fast, please, everyone. Clear and audible. Okay. C, sir, 6 Newton. Okay. C is correct. Irfana is saying C is correct. Arya is saying C is correct. Selvi is saying option C is correct. Okay. Anyone else? C. All of you, please take 30 seconds more, but try to find the solution. An easy question it is. First, find that net acceleration. Net acceleration F will be equals to M times A. So force is 10 Newton and mass here is 3 plus 2. That's 5. So we want to find the net acceleration. Once you find the net acceleration, find on the block B, okay, all the net forces by free body diagram and solve it. Option C is the major option that's coming from the students. What about the rest of the students? Only 10 to 12 students have answered it. What about the rest of the students? Yes. Hey, all of the students, please react in the chat box and tell me the answer fast. We have around 39 students who have joined the class, but I am getting only 10 solutions, 10 answers. All of you, please find the answer. 30 seconds or more there for you. Fast. Okay, C. So C is the major answer that is coming. I told you, those who are not able to solve this question, start by putting 10 Newton equals to mass times acceleration. And the total mass I am saying here, let's take this 2 kg and 3 kg as a single system. So 10 Newton will be equals to 5 times acceleration. So acceleration will be equals to 2 meter per second square. But that's the only acceleration. Now we want to find the exert the force A on the B. That's we want to find the normal reaction. Can I move forward? You don't need to care about this surface. It's a frictionless surface. It's told in the question that the block slides over a frictionless surface. Let's look at the solution. The answer is C. Very great. 6 Newton is the correct answer. So major of the students, around 20 students have answered it. The answer is C, 6 Newton. Okay. Now look at the solution. First, as I told you that we will start by finding the acceleration, and force can be this 10 Newton force can be put it as m1 plus m2. m1 is 2 kg, m2 is 3 kg, so the m1 plus m2 is 5 kg. Okay, and we can get it by acceleration. Acceleration is 10 Newton, that's given in the question. Force divided by this m1 plus m2, that's 2 plus 3, and we will get 10 divided by 5, that's 2 meter per second square. Now you want to find the force exerted by block A on block B. So it will be mass m2. This is m2. Okay, 3 Newton, 3 kg mass times 2, that is acceleration. So it will be 6 Newton. So this was the correct answer. So those who have answered it correctly, thank you for answering it. Those who have not answered, please check your calculation again. Okay, I am expecting that you guys all are ready with the pen and the paper and you are solving the questions. I am expecting that. And I know that I have seen you in the classes, so I know that you are trying. So I want you to try a little more. Okay, we have got a 1 more month extra. So this is the golden time and golden opportunity for all of you. Okay, sir, increase your volume. Should I increase the volume more, or sir, increase your volume? Okay, just wait a minute. Just wait a minute. Am I audible now? Am I audible to all of you? Is my voice clear? Has the volume been increased? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. Some are saying yes, some are saying no. Is my voice clear now? Okay, I will be checking it again. Then on you can solve this question. Please solve this question now. Question number 6, that was NEET 2024. This was also asked in the re-examination. Okay, this was asked in the re-examination in NEET 2024. Please solve this question. Do it fast. Hey, do it fast. Yes. Do it fast. Do it fast. Do it fast. Please increase the volume. Just wait a minute. Please, you can solve the question up to this. Please solve this in 1 minute. Hey, do it fast. Do it fast. Am I audible to you? Is there any option D is correct? Okay, some of the students are telling sir option D is correct. I want everyone's answer. Please do it fast. Everyone's answer should be in the chat box. Only 2 students have answered it. Do it fast. A box of 5 kg is pulled by a cord up along a frictionless plane inclined at 30 degree with horizontal. Okay, the tension in the cord is 30 Newton. The acceleration of the box is. So it's told that the tension in the cord is 30 Newton. The acceleration of the box is. Option D. Only 5 students so far have answered it. What are the rest of the students doing? Hey, do it fast. Abhinas, Anandavali, Premalatha, Sylvie, Benazir, Bavitra, Deepika, Dennis Mary, formula. Yes, we'll be looking at the solution then on. We will be looking at the solution. It's told that a block of 5 kg mass is pulled up along a frictionless plane inclined surface. When we have an inclined surface, the acceleration downwards will be g sine of theta. And since the block is moving up and there is a chord, so there will be a tension in the chord as well. Okay, and that's given, that's 30 Newton. The acceleration of the block is, so that will be T minus g sine of theta will be equals to mass times acceleration. To find the acceleration, T minus g sine theta divided by T minus mg sine theta divided by mass. This is how you can find the answer. So D is the option that I am getting, but I am not getting enough reactions, enough answers. Please everyone in the chat box, please write the answer. Are you trying or not? Everyone. Okay, let's look at the solution of this question. The answer is D, that's 1 meter per second square. Okay, it's an easy question. Yeah, I will be solving the question. Look at here. We have actually a block whose mass is 5 kg and is pulled up by a cord with up an frictionless surface, so there is no friction, and inclined angle is given also, that's theta, this angle. So I told you, if this is the mass, then we know that downwards there will be an acceleration of g sine theta. It means there will be a force of mg sine of theta. Theta is given 30 degrees. And when we are pulling this in the upward direction, there is a cord and there will be tension in the cord, and that tension is also given 30 Newton. But since it is moving in the upward direction, so I can write the net force equals to mass times acceleration. So what is the net force? 30 Newton minus mg sine of theta, that's mg sine of 30, will be equals to its mass times acceleration. We are asked to find the acceleration of the box. Is it clear? So T minus mg sine theta will be equals to m times a, because net force equals to mass times acceleration. So tension is given 30 Newton minus m is given 5 kg, g is given 10 meter per second square, and we have sine of 30 is 1 by 2. So it will be 2 and 5, 5 and 5 will be 25, 30 minus 25 will be 5. So it will be 5 times a. Okay, so 5 on the left hand side, we got answer 5. Okay, and that 5 will be equals to mass times acceleration. What is mass? 5 kg times acceleration a. That acceleration we have to find. 5 and 5 will cancel out. We will be getting acceleration equals to 1 meter per second square. This was the answer. That's the option D. Yes. Hey, do it. Have you got the answer? Everyone, please. Have you got the answer? Have you understood the solution? Yes or no? Have you understood the solution? We have 42 students in the meeting. I want you to tell every student again, okay? Zoom your screen. This is zoom in. Hey, there is again a physics, rate your physics teacher based on today's lecture, okay? So according to today's lecture, you have to rate me 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star or 5 star. Everyone please react. Now the next question is here. Next question, try it. This is the next question. Please try everyone. Hey, all of you, please react to the poll that has been created. So you have to rate so that we can improve. Okay? So rate your physics teacher according to the based on today's lecture. You can rate me 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5, whatever you want. Move to the question number 7 that was asked in NEET 2023. A recent question this was asked. Please find the answer. Option B is coming. One of the student is answering option B. What are the rest of the students doing? B by Irfana. Okay. What about rest of the students? What about rest of the students? Are you reacting or not? Are you reacting or not? Yes or no? Yes or no? C is coming up. B. Okay, take 30 seconds more and answer the question. Do it fast. Do it fast. B. B, sir. Okay. Okay, great, great, great. Again, try more. I want you to answer everyone. Only 10 answers I have got from students. We have many more students in the meeting. 40 students we are in. B. Okay. Sangeeta is saying B. Shani is saying B. There is one option that is C. Two options there are for C. Rest of the students are saying B. Okay, great. Great, great, great. Can I move forward to look at the solution of this question? Now, look at the solution. So the question was, a football player is moving southward and suddenly. So it was moving towards the south, east, west, north and south. So it's moving downwards and turns eastward direction with the same speed to avoid an opponent. So it turns in the eastward direction. The force that acts on the player while turning is along northward, along northeast, along southwest or towards eastwards. So the answer was, yeah, B was the correct answer. So those who have answered B, they are correct. Okay. Hey, the poll is going to end and 22 students have only reacted. Please react everyone. Please react everyone to the poll. It's going to end in the next minute. So please react to it so that we can improve. Okay. Please react in the poll. So the answer is B. Now let's look at the solution. Look, the question was saying that there is a footballer, okay, and he was moving in the southward direction. So the southward direction is downwards, and towards the right we have the east direction. This direction is eastward direction. Please increase your volume, sir. Yeah, we are fixing it. I think that it's showing that there is a correct volume pitch, but I will fix it. Okay, I'll fix it. Please cooperate for some minutes. Now we have a footballer who is moving downwards, that's in the southward direction, and suddenly he moves towards the eastward direction, that's towards the right. Okay, so he was first moving in this direction, now he moves in this direction to tackle the ball or to tackle the opponent. Now we are told that the force that acts on the player while turning is, we are told that in which direction will the force be exerted. Okay, is it clear? Now tell me, look, the initial velocity was in the downward direction, southward direction. The final velocity is in the eastward direction, Vf, in this direction. Now if we want to find the change in velocity, why we are finding the change in velocity? Because change in velocity, okay, change in velocity will give me change in momentum. Change in momentum will give me force. So force have same direction as that of change in momentum, and change in momentum have same direction as that of change in velocity. So if somehow I found the direction of change in velocity, I can find the direction of change in momentum, and finally I can find the direction of force. So I will find the direction of change in velocity. So change in velocity will be final velocity along the eastward direction, okay, minus the initial velocity that was along the southward direction. But you can see it is Vf minus Vi. So we have Vi in the southward direction. So if I want to find the minus Vi, that will be in the northward direction, upward direction. This is minus Vi. And we know that when we have one force or one vector along right direction and we have one vector in the upward direction perpendicular, the resultant will be somewhere in between like this, delta V. So this is the direction of change in velocity. This is the direction of change in momentum, and this is the direction of force, because F equals to rate of change of momentum, or momentum equals to mass times velocity. So change in momentum equals to mass times change in velocity. So the answer is along northeast direction. Why? Because this is east direction, this will be west, upper north and downward south. So this is east and this is north, so it will be in between north and east. So answer B was the correct answer. Is it clear to all of you? Yes or no? Hey, is it clear to all of you? Should I move forward? Should I move forward? Again, I am telling you, please rate your physics teacher based on today's lecture. Rating scale is on your screen. Please rate accordingly. 1 means 1 star, 2 means 2 stars, 3 means 3 star, 4 means 4 star, and 5 means 5 star. Okay, this is for improving ourselves. If there is some like less improvement, we can improve by the star rating. So please vote everyone, and whatever you want to vote, vote it, but I want you to vote, okay, so that I can improve. Should I move to the next question now? Should I move to the next question? Yes or no? Okay, let's look at the next question. This is again another question that was asked. In NEET 2023, all the questions that I have showed all are recent year questions. Calculate the maximum acceleration of a moving car so that a body lying on the floor of the car remains at rest. The coefficient of static friction between the body and the floor is 0.15. We have done one question like this. I want you to do it on your own and find the answer. And this is, please, every student, please find the answer. Every one of you. Arya, Abinas, Amrita, Anandawali, everyone, Selvi, Deepika, Dennis, okay, Gomte, Irfana, everyone, please answer it. Mani Bharati, B is correct, B is correct, B is correct, okay. 4 students are reacting, 6 students, 7. I want all of you to react, please. We are around 38 students here right now. React everyone in the chat box. Whatever you have got the answer, tell me. I will give you 30 more seconds. Please solve the question and tell me the answer. It's a very easy question it is. Calculate the maximum acceleration of a moving car so that a body lying on the floor of a car remains stationary. The coefficient of static friction between the body and the floor is 0.15. Yes. Everyone, please. Every one of you, please. Should I move forward to look at the solution? B is the major answer that I am getting. Varsha is saying option B. Okay. Shvana is saying answer B. Okay, B is the correct answer. That's 1.5 meter per second square. Hey, every one of you, please, please and please, you can come to the sathee.iitk.ac.in if you have any of the doubts. Okay, if you have any of the doubts in any of the topic, not in physics, chemistry, just in bio as well, any of the topics, if you have doubt in physics or chemistry or bio, please come to the sathee.iitk.ac.in and there will be a link, okay, that will be a doubt counter link. That link will take you to the doubt counter and you can ask your doubts. Now solve this question. The answer B that was getting, all of the students are answering, sir, answer B is the correct. Yeah, answer B is the correct answer. Now let's look at the solution of this question. Okay, let's look at the solution. Now tell me, look at here, it was told to calculate the maximum acceleration of a moving car. So we have to find the maximum acceleration. So can I find that mu times S normal reaction, that's the frictional force, will be equal to mass times acceleration maximum. Okay, because when the car will be moving in the forward direction, the body lying on the floor of the car that we want to be stationary has a force of m times a in the reverse direction, and there will be an acceleration of mu times m times g that will keep the body on the floor at rest. So we can put mu times m times g equals to mass times acceleration. From this equation you can get that acceleration maximum is mu s, coefficient of static friction, times acceleration due to gravity g. Then we have to find the values, put the values. Mu s is given in the question, that is 0.15, and g is also given, that's 10. So 0.15 times 10 is 1.5. The answer was 1.5 meter per second square. Increase your volume. Hey, is there a volume problem? Like everyone is asking that increase your volume. Is everyone getting a low volume? All of you, please tell me. There are some students who are saying, sir, the volume is low. Is everyone else getting the low volume? Everyone? Yes. Okay. There is some technical issue. Okay, we are trying to fix it. So please. So okay, this was our another question. Can you try another question now? Yes. Can you try some another question? Can you try this question? Please. A block of mass 2 kg is placed on an inclined rough surface. So as shown in the figure, whose coefficient of static friction is mu. If g is the acceleration due to gravity, that's 10 meter per second square, then the net force in Newton on the block will be. We have to find the net force. Please tell me. Yes. Everyone, please find the answer. B. Okay. B is the major answer that I am getting. What about the rest of the students? What about the rest of the students? Everyone, I am get option B is correct. Very great those who are answering, but I am still getting only 10 answers from you. What are the rest of the students doing? Hey, do it fast. Do it fast. B is the major answer that I am getting. So B is 0. Okay. So we should get an answer of 0. Okay. Now let's look at the solution of this question. Look, a block of 2 kg is placed on an inclined rough surface and the angle is 30 degrees. It's shown in the figure. And the coefficient of friction is 1 by root under 3. Okay. If G equals to 10 meter per second square, the net force on the block will be. So what will be the force that will be acting on the block? Can you tell me? 1 mg will be in the downward direction, but there will be two components of mg, 1 mg cos of 30 degree and 1 mg sin of 30 degree. So in this direction, downward direction, there will be mg sin of 30 degree. In the upward direction, there will be mu times normal reaction frictional force. So mu times normal reaction will be mg cos of 30. Okay, so we can find the net force. So the net force is 0. Obviously, yeah, all of you have got the answer that the answer is 0. We know that mu is 1 by root under 3. So we can find that mg sin of theta. Okay, and in upward direction we have mg cos of theta. So net force will be what? Mu times mg cos of theta minus mg sin of theta. Okay, so we can say m is given and we can find that tan of theta can be written as 1 divided by root under 3. Okay, as mu equals to tan of theta, so the block is at rest, the net force it must be 0. So here we have extra mu, okay, and we have cos of theta. It says that mu equals to tan theta. Then we can say that the block is at rest. So the answer is 0. Okay. Okay. This one question. Can you please guys do some like homework? Take this as a homework. Question number 12. Take a screenshot of it and do it as a homework. Do it fast. As a homework for you. Have you taken the screenshot? I want you to do a homework of it. It's an easy question. In the diagram, the normal reaction force between 2 kg and 1 kg block you have to find. Find the net, again find the net acceleration. Okay. Then you can find the normal reaction. Okay. So now we'll be doing some more questions. Okay. This is a homework for you guys. Now answer this. Which of the following statement is incorrect? Not correct, please. In the question that was asked in NEET 2018, it was told which of the following statements is, but incorrect. We have to search for the incorrect option, not for the correct option. Okay, in the previous answer you have got 25. Okay, that is an homework. Please try that and try to find this answer. Thank you for your teaching. Thank you so much. Please find the answer of this. Which of the following statement is incorrect? Yes. Please find the answer for this. Which of the following is incorrect? Is rolling friction, first says that rolling friction is smaller than sliding friction. It's true. Limiting friction value of, I am asking for the incorrect options. Okay. So A is correct, that rolling friction is smaller than sliding friction. Obviously, limiting value of static friction is directly proportional to normal reaction. Yes. Frictional forces oppose the relative motion. Yes, they oppose the relative motion. So all the three are correct. So no. C is not incorrect. C is correct. Frictional forces oppose relative motion. Okay. So C is correct. Now D, coefficient of sliding friction has dimensions of length. Now let's look at the solution. The answer is D. So D is incorrect. Why? Because when we are talking about the coefficient of sliding friction, we can say that friction equals to mu times normal reaction. Friction has the dimensions of mlt minus 2. Normal reaction is another force. Okay, it has the dimensions of mlt minus 2. Okay, so coefficient of static friction have m0, l0, t0 dimensions. That means it's a dimensionless quantity, but it was told that it has a dimensions of length. So D is the wrong answer. So I have to end this class here. Okay, thank you for being with me. So we have done laws of motion questions. Okay, tomorrow I'll be doing work, energy and power. Okay, work, power, energy, or work, energy and power. I'll be solving some PYQs. Is it clear to all of you? Hey, is it clear to all of you? Thank you so much for being with me. Okay. Thank you very much. So you can come to the doubt counter, anybody, if you have a doubt. Okay, there is sathi dot iitk dot ac dot in. Okay, you can come to this link. Okay, register there, sathi.itk.ac.in, and you can find there are a lot of this links, and you can join the doubt counter. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for being with me. Thank you so much.
हेलो हेलो अरे शेयर ही करना है ना जूम पे तो गुड मॉर्निंग स्टूडेंट्स वेलकम टू द क्लास गुड मॉर्निंग सेल्वी गुड मॉर्निंग सांगवी so what is our today's topic what are we going to do today on which topic we are going to do questions good morning Sasi good morning Janni good morning Logasri so tell me what is the today's topic on which we are going to do the PYQs good morning Varsha good morning Pradeep good morning to all of you Irfana Sangita Shafana so all of you did you saw the questions that I made you to do yesterday in the PYQ section? Any doubt from yesterday's class? Good morning, Premlata. Good morning, Raghu. So, any doubt from yesterday's class or any PYQ question in which you are facing difficulty, you can ask from there. Yes, I will increase the volume. Is it good now? Is it good now? Okay. So, what is the topic that we are going to cover today? I said you about that. All of you have studied that topic. What is the name of the chapter whose PYQ we are going to see today? Tell me, what is the name of the topic whose PYQ we are going to do today? Biomolecule. Very good. So have you seen the chapter? Have you seen the theory part? Because before starting the class, I want all of you to be aware about the topic that we are going to cover, and also you should be learning or revising that chapter one day ahead so that we can do PYQs directly. Okay. So note down for tomorrow. For tomorrow, yes, very good, Sangita. Biomolecules. For tomorrow, we will cover haloalkanes and haloarenes and amines. Okay, so two chapters. We are going to see the PYQs of these two chapters tomorrow. So be prepared for that. Now I will start the class. So we will do questions which were asked in the recent years. Okay. So here is your first question. Tell me the answer. So this was asked in this year in this year itself. We have to tell that the correct statement with regard to the secondary structure of DNA oblique RNA is. The first one, RNA possesses a single strand helix structure and contain thiamine as one of the 4 bases. Okay, Surbhi is telling B is the correct answer. Mani Bharti is telling B is the correct answer. B. Okay, I understand. So majority of you are telling B, some are telling C as well. Let's see what is the correct answer. Remember, first you have to understand this question. What is this question telling to us? The question is telling to us that you have to select a statement, and that statement can be true for either of them. So either it can be true for DNA or it can be true for RNA as well. Option C cannot be correct, right? Because RNA has a single strand. Remember, it has a single strand and not a double strand. So let us look at the correct answer now. So the correct answer for this question is B, which is DNA has a double strand helix structure. And what are the 4 bases it had? What are the 4 bases of this DNA? So we have adenine, thiamine, guanine, and what else we have? Cytosine. Okay, these are the 4 bases which is present in DNA. Now I'm asking you a question. Everybody answer this question. What is the number of hydrogen bonds which is present between guanine and cytosine? What is the number of hydrogen bonds which is present between guanine and cytosine? Yes, 3. Very good. 3 is the correct answer. 3 is the correct answer. Now tell me that what is the number of hydrogen bonds which are present between adenine and thiamine? Yes, it is 2. Okay, remember this is very, very important. So A and T are complementary and G and C are complementary of each other. So RNA is typically single strand. We know it very well. It contains uracil. Thiamine is absent in RNA, whereas DNA has a double strand helix structure in which we have 2 polynucleotide chain. So DNA has 2 polynucleotide chain and they are joined together by hydrogen bonding. So the 4 bases are adenine, guanine, cytosine, and thiamine A, G, C, and T. Moving on to the next question. So it was asked in 2025. You have to tell that what is your sugar X. So some properties of sugar X is given here. First is it is found in honey. Second is it is a keto sugar. Third is exists in alpha and beta anomeric forms. Fourth, it is levorotatory. So you have to identify the X. What is your X here? So I have an option answer here, D. Okay. So Sasi is telling D. Varsha is also telling D. Vinotni is telling D. Okay, D. Janni V is also telling D. Let us see the correct answer first of all. Now, before moving on to the correct answer the question that I am asking to you. Suppose if I am telling that your X is glucose, suppose I am telling that your X is D-glucose, then what will happen to the statement B? What will happen to the statement D? Again, I am repeating my question. If suppose your sugar was X, was D-glucose, then what will happen to the statement B and what will happen to the statement D? How it will be written? Answer my question. If your X is D-glucose, then what will happen to the statement B and D? How we will rewrite it? Yes, very good. Surbhi is telling glucose is aldose. Is it correct? Irfana is also telling glucose is aldohexose. Yes, you can tell that also because it has 6 carbons. Okay, so in case your X is D-glucose, then in that case your D-glucose will be aldose and not your ketose. Then what will happen to the last statement D? What is the nature of D-glucose? Is it levorotatory or dextrorotatory? What will happen to D-glucose? Is it levorotatory or dextrorotatory? Tell me. What is, yeah, very good. It is dextrorotatory. So remember this, that D-glucose is dextrorotatory, whereas sucrose is the levorotatory. It is also known as the invert sugar as well. So here your correct answer would be D, which is fructose. Okay, D fructose. So this is the structure of D fructose. Here you can see that it can exist in two forms, alpha D and beta D, and it has a ketone group here. In the linear chain, if you see, it has a ketone group here. Now, next, how it is alpha and beta? How it is alpha and beta? If this OH is present, OH which is next to the oxygen on the right side, if it is present on the, if it is present below the plane, then in that case it is alpha, or else it would be beta. Is it clear to all of you? So, while covering the question, we will try to cover every aspect of the question that is written here, not only the answer. Okay. Moving on to the next question. So, here is your next question. We have discussed a part of it in the previous classes. The question is written as the reagent with which glucose does not react to give the corresponding tests or products are. First is toluenes, second is Skiff's reagent, third is HCN, fourth is NH2OH, and the fifth is NaHSO3. NaHSO3. So can you tell me your glucose, it will be not reacting with which of these given species? So everyone is telling option C, Surbhi is telling D, Kamli is telling C, Irfana B, and E is correct. Okay, let's see. Sasi, is it also telling B, C? Varsha, C. Yes, it is right. It is very right. Okay, it is very right. So your glucose, it cannot react with the Skiff's reagent. It cannot react with the Skiff's reagent, and also it cannot react with this NaHSO3. It cannot react with this NaHSO3. Now one question is here for you. One question is here for you. Yes, Surbhi, it is a carbonyl compound, but due to the cyclic structure of the glucose, that carbonyl group is not free. Okay, it forms a cyclic compound where that carbonyl is not free. Due to that, it cannot give these two tests. Is it clear? Okay. Now is a question for you. Is a question for you. Can you tell me how do you form the Skiff's base? Which ammonia derivative you take to react with the carbonyl to form the Skiff's base? Anyone, can you tell me? Yesterday we have discussed this question. Which derivative of ammonia you will take to form the Skiff's base by reacting it with the carbonyl compound? Answer this question. No, I'm talking about the derivative of ammonia. I'm talking about the derivative of ammonia. Primary amine. Okay. NH3 is not a derivative of ammonia, Selvi. Sirbi, it is not a derivative of ammonia. Okay. So RNH2. Yes, very good. So we take primary amine to form the Skiff's base. Now one more question for you. One more question for you. So if I take a pentaacetate of glucose, so if I take a pentaacetate of glucose and react it with NH2OH, which is hydroxylamine. If I take pentaacetate glucose and react it with NH2OH, will it give a reaction? Will the reaction occur or not? Tell me. If I take the pentaacetate of glucose, so remember this thing, it is very important. So there are three reactions your glucose cannot give, which a normal carbonyl can give. What are those? First is your skiffs, second is your NaHSO3, and third is if you form the glucose pentaacetate, it cannot react with NH2OH. Okay, remember these 3 points are very, very important, especially the last one. Question can be asked from there that glucose pentaacetate, it cannot react with the hydroxylamine. Remember this. How do you form the pentaacetate? By reacting it with the acetic anhydride. Now moving on to the next question. So for this one, we know that the correct answer is B and E. So these are your 4 reactions. So Tolwin's reagent, yes, it can give the Tolwin's reagent test because it results in the formation of metallic silver or the white color silver color PPT. Then Skiff's reagent, so it is used to detect the aldehydic group, and here your glucose, it cannot give this Skiff's reagent test. Then HCN, yes, it can react with HCN as well as hydroxylamine. So your glucose can react with hydroxylamine, but the pentaacetate form of glucose, it cannot react with the hydroxylamine. Okay, do not confuse these 2 points. Your glucose, it can react with NH2OH, but the pentaacetate form of glucose, it cannot react with the NH2OH. Last one, it can also not react with this NaHSO3. So normally your aldehyde, they can react with this NaHSO3 and form the bisulfite adduct, but here glucose cannot do it. Is it clear to all of you? Anyone has a doubt? Can we move forward? Okay. Moving on to the next question. So here is the question for you. The question is saying that filling solution A is what? You have aqueous copper sulfate, or you have alkaline copper sulfate, or you have alkaline solution of sodium potassium tartrate, or the last one is aqueous sodium citrate. So you have two types of filling solution, A and B. You mix them together and then we do our filling test, which is sensitive only for aliphatic aldehyde. We have discussed this yesterday. It is only effective for aliphatic aldehyde, and it cannot react with ketone or any other carbonyl group or aromatic aldehyde. Yes, let us see the correct answer. So there are two things. One is the copper sulfate solution, and the second is alkaline solution of sodium potassium tartrate. So filling solution A is the copper sulfate solution, whereas your filling solution B is the alkaline solution of sodium potassium tartrate. So your correct answer would be A, which is aqueous copper sulfate. So you have to remember the B also. Which is sodium potassium tartrate. So here is a note for you. So the A is what? A is your copper 2 plus ion, which is coming from the aqueous copper sulfate, and your B is the alkaline. It is the alkaline sodium potassium tartrate, and these two, they are used together to form the filling solution. Remember, this is very important, and it can only give the positive test with the aliphatic aldehyde, where it forms the red brown PPT. Moving on to the next question. So here is your next question. This was asked in 2024. There are two statements. You have to validate them whether they are true or false. So these two statements are related to glycogen. The first one, glycogen is similar to amylose in its structure. Second one, Glycogen is found in yeast and fungi also. These two statements that you are seeing, they are directly from your NCRT. They're asked directly from your NCRT itself. So Sangvi is telling A is the correct answer. Mani Bharati is telling A is the correct answer. Selvi is telling B is the correct answer. Surbhi is also telling B is the correct answer. So we have a mixed opinion here. Varsha is telling B, Sasi is telling A. Okay, so we have a debate here. So what do you think? If B is the correct answer for those who are answering B, if B is the correct answer, can you tell me to which structure your glycogen is similar to? To which structure your glycogen is similar to? I'm asking to those who have answered as B. If it is not similar to amylose, it is similar to which structure? Your glycogen is similar to which structure? Answer this question. Anyone, can you tell me? So you should remember the counterpart as well. They can ask it from the counterpart. So Kirtika is telling amylopectin. Surbhi is telling that animals store food in forms of glucose. Okay, let's see. I'm talking about the statement 1. Why it is not correct? Who have answered it as B? Who have answered it as B? Why statement 1 is not correct? So Kritika is telling that it should be written as amylopectin and not amylose. Who are agreeing with this structure? Okay, so Irfana is telling that glycogen is having a branched polymer. Okay, let's see if it is correct or not. Yes, it is true that amylose is linear, whereas amylopectin is branched. Moving on to the correct answer. So correct answer is B. That statement 1 is false. Okay, statement 1 is false and the statement 2 is true. Why? So your answer is very true, that your glycogen, it is similar to the amylopectin and not the amylose, because it is having a branched structure. It is a linear polymer of, it is not a linear polymer of glucose as similar to the amylose. It is having a branched structure and it is having structure similar to the amylopectin and not amylose. Now, next statement is true. This glycogen, it is present in many organisms, and whenever there is a scarcity of this glucose, the glycogen is broken and it is used as a reserve of this glucose. Okay. So option B is the correct one. Is it clear to all of you? Is it clear to all of you? So remember the other part as well, that whose structure your glycogen is similar to. It is similar to the amylopectin, not amylose. Can we move further? Okay. Now next question. Again, it is a statement type question. It was asked in 2023 NEET. The first one is, a unit formed by the attachment of a base to the first position of sugar is known as the nucleoside. Second statement, when nucleoside is linked to the phosphorus acid at the fifth position of the sugar moiety, we get nucleotide. Now you have to tell that which statement is true. Either both of them are true or both of them are false or one of them is true. Remember, this nucleotide, they are a part of the DNA. So everyone is answering statement that both statements are true. D. Are you sure about it? Are you sure about it? Are you sure about it? See the statement once again. So I have a different answer. Amrita is telling B is the correct answer. Okay, let's see, Amrita. So most of you are telling D. Maybe it would be correct. Let's see if it is not. If it is yes or no. So D, D, D. So there is only 2B. One is coming from Irfana and one is coming from Amrita. Let's see what is the correct answer. So the correct answer is B. That statement 2 is false. Yes, very good, Irfana. It is not linked to the phosphorus acid. It is linked to the phosphate group. Okay, these two are completely two different chemical species. Remember, on the fifth position, your nucleotide, it has phosphate group and not the phosphorus acid. So statement 2 is not correct. So here are the two structures which are given for nucleotides and nucleosides. You can clearly see that nucleoside at the first position we have the base, whereas in nucleotide at the fifth position with the CH2 we have this phosphate group. If H was present here along with the O, then we can call it a phosphorus acid. But here both of them are removed. Your oxygen has negative charge in place of that. So it is phosphate ion. Now my question is that this is a sugar, that the structure which you are seeing, it is a sugar. Whether it is a sugar of DNA or RNA, can you tell me, is it a sugar of DNA or is it a sugar of RNA? To which species this sugar is related to? Can you tell me whether it is a sugar of DNA or it is a or is it a sugar of RNA? Tell me. Give your views in the chat section. The sugar which is given here, is it a sugar of RNA or is it a sugar of DNA? Everyone, please tell me. So DNA and RNA, they both have different kind of this pentose sugar. Now you have to identify that the given sugar is of DNA or is it of RNA. Sorry for the interruption, the internet issue. Now my question was that here, is it a sugar of DNA or is it a sugar of RNA? That sugar moiety which you are seeing here, is it a sugar of DNA or is it a sugar of RNA? Can anyone answer this? So Irfana is telling it is deoxyribose. Surbi is telling it is RNA. Just tell me that this sugar that you are seeing here, this sugar whose image is given, is it of DNA or is it of RNA? Forget about base and phosphate. If you get this pentose sugar only, is it of RNA or DNA? Anyone? Can you give me the reason as well if you want? So I'm getting mixed opinion here. Someone is telling DNA, someone is telling RNA. So the correct answer is it is of RNA. It is of RNA because at the second position in case of DNA we have H only. There are no OH. There is no OH at the second position of DNA. That is the reason we call it as deoxy, without oxygen, deoxy. So here if it was hydrogen, then we will call it as a pentose sugar of DNA, but it is of RNA. Is it clear? Is it clear to all of you? You got the point? You can just look at the structure of DNA as well. You would clearly see there that we have H here at the second position. Both of the groups are H, and that is the reason also we call it as 2-deoxy ribose sugar. Is it clear to you? Anyone has a doubt in this? Will you remember this part? So try to be very picky about the structure. Okay, get every structure right in your mind. Now moving on to the next question. So here is your next question. You have to tell that which is the incorrect statement regarding enzymes. You have four statements which are given here about enzymes. You have to tell that which one is incorrect about enzymes. Is DNA and RNA thing clear to you? Is DNA or RNA thing clear to you? In which case you will have 2-deoxyribose, in which case you have. Okay, so I'm getting the answers for this question. B, C, B, C. C is the correct answer. C is the correct answer. Janni V is also telling C. Okay, so D, Raja is telling D. Let us see what is the correct answer. So there are four statements. We will try to verify each of them one by one. First one, let me give you the correct answer first of all. The correct answer is C, that your enzymes are polysaccharides. So remember this, that your enzymes are not polysaccharides, they are proteins. Okay, they are proteins and not polysaccharides. Yes, they are used as biocatalyst. The first statement is very right. Then they are nitrogenous base which are produced by living plants and animals, and they have high molecular mass, but they are not polysaccharides. Instead of that, they are proteins. Now, regarding other statements, what about the second statement? Like chemical catalysis, enzymes reduce the activation energy of bioprocess. Yes, we have learned this part in the case of chemical kinetics, that your enzymes or any catalyst that you use, they reduce the activation energy and hence increase the rate of reaction. Last statement is also true, that enzymes are very specific. So a given enzyme can only do can only catalyze a given specific function in your body. Okay, can you give me examples of some enzymes and their function? Can you give me some examples of enzymes and their function? Write it in the chat box. Write it in the chat box. Name of some enzymes and their functions. Quickly answer the question. So, name of some enzymes and their functions. Anyone? Anyone who is willing to answer this question? Name of the enzymes and their functions. Okay, so we have one name here. Maltose. Maltase was the name, Janni V. Maltase was the name. Please answer my question. Tell me some names. Tell me some names of enzymes and their functions. Ligase. Yes, we have invertase. What is the function of invertase? It is used for. It is used for. Invertase is used for. Can anyone tell me what is the use of invertase? What is the use of invertase? So you know that ligase, they are used to join two large molecules together by creating a chemical bond. Whereas sucrase, it breaks down the sucrose into simpler components, glucose and your fructose. So remember the names and their uses as well. Yes, very good. To convert sucrose into glucose and fructose. Let us move on to the next question. Anyone has a doubt till now, they can ask me. Anyone, if they have a doubt till now. So remember that your invertase and your sucrase both are different enzymes, but they have the same final job. Okay, remember this point, that both are same, both have the same final job, but they are different enzymes, invertase and sucrase. Moving on to the next question. Anyone has a doubt till now, they can ask me. So here enzymes are polysaccharide. It is the correct statement. We have seen this. Now next question. The incorrect statement about denaturation of protein. You have to tell about the denaturation of protein. Tell me what is denaturation of protein and what is the correct option here out of these 3, 4. What is the correct option here? So you have to tell about what is denaturation of protein. What is denaturation of protein? So I am getting answers here. Irfana is telling D, Manibharti is telling D. Okay. Anand Valli is telling C is the correct answer. Nithyashri is telling D. Surabhi is telling D. Shafana is telling D. Okay, so most of you are telling that D is the correct answer. First of all, looking at the first statement, is it correct or not? Uncoiling of the helical structure takes place. Yes, it is true. So the secondary so your quaternary, secondary and tertiary structures, they are destroyed. Second one, why it happens? It happens due to the change of temperature or pH. Yes, in both the cases, if there is a temperature change or a pH change, the activity of your proteins is lost. They become denatured. Next one, it results in loss of biological activity. Yes, it is true. It results in the loss of biological activity of proteins because their structures are very important for their specific work, or else they will not do their specific work. Next one, a protein is formed from amino acids linked by the peptide bonds. So you have to tell about the incorrect statement. A protein is formed from amino acids linked by peptide bond. Yes, this one is not correct. Okay, the D statement is not correct. It is not about the denaturation. It is not about the denaturation. So the correct answer to this question would be D. So remember this, your protein, they are a polymer or alpha amino acids and they are connected to each other by peptide bond, but it is not your denaturation process. Okay, it is not your denaturation process. So Vivo, it is not a denaturation process. In denaturation, we break the secondary, tertiary and quaternary structure. We don't build the amino acid. So sorry, the protein. It is not correct. And in case of denaturation, the globals unfold and helix gets uncoiled and protein loses its biological activity. Now, it can occur due to two reasons, primarily due to the pH change or due to the temperature change. Is it clear to all of you? Is it clear to all of you why the statement D is not correct? Because it is not related to the formation of protein. Instead of that, it is related to the decoiling of the protein. Shall we move forward? Is it clear to all of you? Anyone has a doubt? Okay. Now, next question. So it's a very simple one. It was asked in 2020. You have to tell that sucrose on hydrolysis, it gives us what? So 4 options are given here. Tell me what is the correct answer. It's very simple. Quickly tell me the answer. What is the correct answer here? So B, everyone is telling B is the correct answer. It's very simple. Yes, B is the correct answer. Very good. B is the correct answer. Alpha D glucose and the beta D fructose. Now my question is that can you tell me that what are the products that we get on hydrolysis of maltose? What are the products that we get on hydrolysis of maltose? I know, yes, the very good. B is the correct one. B is the correct one. What will get on hydrolysis of maltose? Tell me, which type of glucose we will get? Which type of glucose we will get? On hydrolysis of maltose, which type of glucose we will get? Sorry, yes, which type of glucose we will get? So Sani is telling alpha D glucose, Janni V is telling alpha D glucose, Kritika is telling alpha D glucose. Yes, it is true. We'll get alpha D glucose. And what about lactose? What we'll get as the product if we do the hydrolysis of lactose? What we will get if we do the hydrolysis of lactose? What we'll get on hydrolysis of lactose? So Janni V is telling glucose and glucose, beta D glucose and beta D glucose. V was telling glucose and galactose. Mani Bharti is telling galactose and glucose. Which type of galactose and glucose? My question is which type of galactose and glucose? So we'll get 1 mole of D-glucose and 1 mole of D-galactose. Okay? Is it clear to you? Is it clear to all of you? So on hydrolysis, we will get glucose and galactose. We will get glucose and galactose. And what is the nature of the glucose and galactose? We'll get alpha D glucose and beta D galactose. Moving on to the next one. Moving on to the next question. So here is the next question. We have to tell the name of the basic amino acids out of the 4 options. It's a very easy question. If you remember the basic amino acids, acidic amino acids, you can easily answer this question. So Logasri, yes, very good. Okay, Manibars is telling A is the correct answer. Shiny is telling A is the correct answer. Selby is telling C. Logasri is telling A. Kritika is telling A. Okay, so we have 2 mixed opinions, A and C. Let's see if it is correct or not. Sasi is telling A. Varsha is telling A. Okay, Shifana is telling C. Should we lock A or C? Okay, so again we have mixed opinion here. So remember, the correct answer would be lysine. Okay, C. So I am giving you a trick to remember it. Remember the word HAL. H-A-L. Remember the word HAL. So this includes the name of all amino acids. HAL, HAL. What do we have here in HAL? What do we have here in HAL? So we have lysine. We have lysine in it. Then we have histidine in it. And we have arginine in it. So 3 names are there. Histidine, arginine and lysine. Remember the word HAL. H-A-L. So these are the lists of all basic amino acids. Then, what can you tell me the name of acidic amino acids? Can you tell me the name of acidic amino acids? Quickly, tell me the name of acidic amino acids. What are the name of acidic amino acids? Janni V, Surbi. What is the name of acidic amino acids? So Janni V is telling alanine and valine. Okay. Surbi is telling aspartic. Avinash is telling glutamic and aspartic. So remember this, there are only 2 acidic amino acids which are aspartic and glutamic acid. So they have a name acid in there itself. So you don't have to remember it in any other way. Only two names are there and they have acid in their name itself, which are aspartic acid and the glutamic acid. So these are the only two acidic amino acids. It's very simple to remember. Whereas for the basic amino acids, you can remember the word HAL, HAL, histidine, arginine and lysine. So they have, basic amino acids have more numbers of NH2 group, whereas the acidic amino acids have more number of COOH group. Now can you tell me what is the name of non-essential amino acids among the given one? You have to identify that which is your non-essential amino acids. You must have learned this thing, essential and non-essential. Essential are those which are not produced in our body. We have to take it from the food. Non-essential are produced in the body itself, so we don't have to take it from foods. So I have answers here: lysine, alanine. Option A is correct. Selvi is telling option A is correct. Everyone, please poll in the take part in the poll which is given here. So Benazir is telling A, Shani is telling A, Anandvalli is also telling A. Okay, so yes, your opinion is correct. A is the correct answer. Alanine. Alanine is the non-essential amino acid. Moving on to the next question. So you have to tell that what is the difference between amylose and amylopectin. You have to only identify that which of this option is given correctly. So here is first one, amylopectin has 1,4 alpha linkage and 1,6 alpha linkage. Second, amylose have 1,4 alpha linkage and 1,6 beta linkage. Third, amylose has 1,4 alpha linkage and 1,6 beta linkage. Last one, amylose is made up of glucose and galactose. What is the correct answer? First of all, B option is automatically incorrect because amylose has a linear structure, so no branching is required in that. Now the question comes to whether amylopectin has only 1,4 alpha and 1,6 alpha, or it has beta type also. So most of you are answering it as A. Let's see what is the correct answer. Correct answer is A, 1,6 alpha and 1,4 alpha. So both linkages are of alpha type. Amylopectin, which is having a branch structure, whereas amylose, it is having a linear structure. Moving on to the next question. So it's a very simple one, a common one which every one of you have seen once or twice, that out of these, which is a non-reducing sugar? Glucose, sucrose, maltose and lactose. Okay, it's very simple. It is sucrose. So sucrose is non-reducing in nature. So all of the names that you see in your NCERT apart from sucrose, all are reducing, whereas sucrose is non-reducing in nature. Okay, they are non-reducing in nature. Okay, my question is that about sucrose, one statement. Why do we call sucrose as invert sugar? Tell me your answer in the chat section. Why do we call sucrose as the invert sugar? What is the reason behind it? Anyone tell me what is the reason behind it? So Shani is telling dextrorotatory. Surbi is telling because it gives glucose on using invertase. Yes, you are almost correct. Vivo is telling C changes from levo to dextro. Okay, so this is somewhat close. Anyone else? So free OH at group 1 position. Amrita is telling free OH at group 1 position. Yes, this is for the reducing thing. Whenever there is a free OH group at the first position, you will tell that it is having a reducing nature. But my question is that why do we call sucrose? Why do we call sucrose as invert sugar? Okay, so most of you are telling correct. Why do we call it? Why do we call it? Because there is a complete reversal or inversion on direction from dextro to levo. Okay, because it's hydrolysis, it causes a complete reversal from dextro to levo. Okay, they remember this thing, not levo to dextro, dextro to levo. So you are close to that, but not almost correct. So whenever you do the hydrolysis of sucrose, you get a dextro to levo conversion. So there is a complete change in the sense of rotation of the plane polarized light. So we name it as the invert sugar. Okay, we name it as the invert sugar. Moving on to the next question. So it's a very simple one. Tell me the answer, students. Tell me the answer. In a protein molecule, various amino acids, they are linked together by, okay, A. Amrita is telling A, Irfana is telling A, peptide bond. Very good. They are linked together by the peptide bond. Then what about the glycosidic linkage? Where is this glycosidic linkage present? In which biomolecule is your glycosidic linkage present? Can anyone tell me? Yes, A is the correct one. No, it is not present in glucose. You cannot say it is present in glucose. Where is your glycosidic linkage present? In which biomolecule? No, it is not present in monosaccharides. It is not correct. Salicylic. Okay. Anyone else? Where is this glycosidic linkage present? Where is your glycosidic linkage present? Anyone, can you tell me the correct answer? So, Amrita is telling carbohydrate. Yes. Shani is telling starch. Surbi is telling phosphate and base. So remember, whenever you join two carbohydrates, yes, very good, you get a glycosidic bond. Very good. So yes, it is present in starch, it is present in cellulose, it is present in your many other carbohydrates in which we are joining two monosaccharides together. There we have the glycosidic linkage. Now, depending upon the carbohydrate, you can have a alpha type or a beta type. Yes, very good. Moving on to the next question. So, the DNA and RNA, you have to tell that which statement is correct regarding the DNA and RNA. So, the question is related to the sugar. It's a very simple one. We have talked about this. You have to tell that which statement is correct regarding the DNA and RNA. What will be the correct answer here? D. Everyone is telling D is the correct answer. So remember the structure as well. Why do we call it the 2-deoxyribose? Because on the second position, the OH is absent. Yes, absolutely correct. The sugar component in RNA is ribose and DNA it is 2-deoxyribose. Okay, remember this is very important. They can ask it in an exam relating it to the structure. Okay, remember the structure as well of the pentose sugar. Moving on to the next question. In DNA, the linkage between different nitrogenous bases are. Now it's a good question. So we have three types of bond. One is peptide between amino acids. One is glycosidic between carbohydrates. And third one, in DNA, the linkage between the nitrogenous base. Here it is asking about the different nitrogenous base. So hydrogen bonding. Okay, hydrogen bonding. Where is the phosphate linkage present then? Can anyone tell me? Where is this phosphate linkage present? Where is the phosphate linkage present? Remember, it is present in your single strand where they connect two different types of pentose sugar together with the help of this phosphate group. Okay, yes, it is present in the nucleotide. Very good. So we can say that in the case of two strands, the strands are joined together through the bases with the help of the hydrogen bonding. So we know, we have discussed it earlier, AT and CNG. A and T have two hydrogen bonds, CNG have three hydrogen bonds. Moving on to the next question. So this is the last question of today's session. If you have a doubt, you can ask me, or we will end this session after this question. So which one of the following sets of monosaccharides forms sucrose? So this was asked in AIPMT 2012 prelims. Which one of the following sets of monosaccharides form the sucrose? So they have given a different name rather than the normal name. So option D, option B is correct, D is correct. Okay, so I'm getting a mixed opinion from Selvi, from Shani. She's telling D. Then we have Vivo is telling D, Surbi is telling B, Logasri is telling that B is the correct answer. We know that the sucrose has alpha D glucose and beta D fructose, but the part is that there is another name for it. There is another name for it. What is that name? So glucose can also be similar to that of pyrene. So we also name it as the alpha D glucopyranose. Whereas the fructose, it is similar to the furan. So we name it as the beta D furanose. So the correct answer would be B, alpha D glucopyranose and beta D fructafuranose. Okay. So this was all for today's class. If you have any doubt, you can tell it, or we'll end this session. Anyone has a doubt? Anyone has a doubt regarding this question or any other part, they can ask it. Okay, okay. Thank you for joining the session.
धरनी बैठी हुई है इसमें।
तो 12 बजे से है ना उसका क्लास।
हाँ,
12
आपकी
बजे में तो
10 मिनट पहले।
वो तो नहीं छोड़ता, पहले 2-3 मिनट बाद छोड़ता।
चलो यही बात अब मैं फैजल से भी बोलूँगा। हेलो, किसमें? ये हमारे रूम के बगल में जो है उसमें ना। ठीक है, वही करवा रहा हूँ। रिकॉर्डिंग तो चलती रहेगी। हाँ, बोल। अब किसको? हाँ, एस हाँ, अभी नहीं है, वो 3 बजे से होगी ना। हाँ, हाँ, ठीक है। हेलो, ठीक है,
Hello students, shall we start?
ठीक है।
Happy morning. Good afternoon. Okay. Shall we start? Screen is visible, right? Am I audible? Okay, let us start then. So the first question, the main criteria used for 5 kingdom classification proposed by R.H. Whittaker included cell structure, body organization, presence of flagellum, reproduction, phylogenetic relationship. So you have to choose the correct answer from the options below. Option A, cell structure, body organization, presence of flagellum, reproduction, phylogenetic and relationship. Option B is only body organization, presence of flagellum and reproduction. So option C is cell structure, body organization, reproduction and phylogenetic relation. D is cell structure, body organization and phylogenetic relationship. So choose the correct answer fast. Let us see who is answering nicely. Okay, A is the correct answer. C, then again A. C is the correct. Okay. Okay, D is the correct answer. Okay, so let us see which is the correct answer. So, C. In 5 kingdom classification proposed by R.H. Whittaker, he included all these things, right? So, option C is the correct answer. Option C is the correct answer. So, the main criteria of 5 kingdom classification used by R.H. Whittaker includes cell structure, then body organization of the organisms, mode of nutrition, reproduction and phylogenetic relationship. So, option C is the correct answer. Next question. Each of the following characteristics represent a kingdom proposed by Whittaker. So arrange the following in increasing order of complexity of body organization. So you have to arrange in the increasing order according to the complexity of the body organization of the group given here. So option, like what are the options they have given? Multicellular heterotrophs with cell wall made of chitin. Then heterotrophs with tissue, organ system level of body organization. Prokaryotes with cell wall made of polysaccharides and amino acids. Eukaryotic autotrophs with tissue, organ level of body organization. Eukaryotes with cellular body organization. So you have to now choose the correct answer. See, like cell, then cell will group to form tissue, then tissue to organs, organ to organ system. Like that, you have to arrange the following in the increasing order. Which came first, then which came, like that. Okay, you think option D is correct. Okay. Okay, many option D is coming. Okay, what is that option D? Okay, CEADB. Prokaryotes, then eukaryotes with cellular body organization, then multicellular heterotroph, eukaryotic autotrophs, and then heterotrophs. Okay, let's see. Let's see what is the correct answer. So option D is the correct answer. Very good. So option D is the correct answer. So how come option D is correct answer? First, Monera will come. So Monera consists of prokaryotics with cell wall which is made up of polysaccharides. Then Protista. Protista is having only unicellular eukaryotes. Then fungi. It is having multicellular heterotrophic with cell wall which is made up of chitin. So you can see the cell wall made up of chitin in fungi. And where else you can see this chitin? Can anyone answer? You can see chitin in cell wall of fungi. Where else you can see chitin? In which other group of organisms you can see chitin? Yeast. Then Any other answers? Okay. Algae? No, no, not an algae. A term will be given in your NCRT. Exoskeleton of arthropods. Very good. Very good, Surabhi. So you can see this chitin in the cell wall of fungi, and also you can see the chitin in exoskeleton of arthropods. Okay, very good. Then comes plantae, eukaryotic autotrophs, then animalia. Okay, so the correct sequence is C, E, A, D, B. So answer is the option D. Okay. Let us see next question. So you have to match the list 1 with list 2. Try the options. You have to match list 1 with list 2. Rhizopus, Eustilago, Puccinia, Agaricus. What is Rhizopus? Let us match. What is Rhizopus? What is a Rhizopus here? Try. Give the answers. Rhizopus. Which one? Rhizopus is bread mold. Okay. Then B1. Eustilago. What about Puccinia? What about Agaricus? Agaricus everyone should be knowing, right? What is an agaricus? Agaricus. Agaricus is mushroom. Okay. Puccinia? Puccinia. What about Puccinia? Rust. Okay. So you are telling that option A is the correct answer. A means Rhizopus bread mold. Then Eustilago, smut, Puccinia, rust fungus, agaricus, mushroom. So let's see whether this is correct or not. So option A is the correct answer. So option A is the correct answer. So Rhizopus is a bread mold. Eustilago, it affects the grains. It is known as the smut fungus. Then Puccinia is a rust causing thing. Then Agaricus is a mushroom. Okay, very good. Then question number 4. Which one of the following is not a criterion of classification of fungi? Read the question carefully. Which is not a criteria for classification of fungi? Morphology of mycelium, mode of nutrition, mode of rust formation, fruiting body. Which is not a criteria? Option B, mode of nutrition. Okay, let's see. D is the correct answer, fruiting body. Okay. Let's see which is the correct answer. Okay, B. Okay, let's see. So, mode of nutrition is the correct answer. Because morphology of the mycelium, then types of spores formed, fruiting body, all will be used in the identification of fungi and in classification of fungi. So, with fruiting body only you can classify a fungi, whether it is a mushroom, whether it is a toadstool, whether it is a puffball, like that. So, morphology of the mycelium, mode of spore formation, whether it is a ascospore, basidiospore. Mode of nutrition is same in all fungi, so it cannot be considered. Very good. And the other things are the basic stuffs for classifying a fungi. Okay. Next question. Again, match the following. Euglenoid, dinoflagellates, slime mold, plasmodium. Match that with the list 2. It is parasitic, saprophytic, photosynthetic, switching between photosynthetic and heterotrophic mode. So what's the correct answer? Option C. So euglenoid, switching between photosynthetic and heterotrophic mode. Dinoflagellates, photosynthetic. Slime mold, saprophytic. Plasmodium parasitic. Okay, let's see. So everyone is giving option C. Okay, everyone is giving option C. Let's see the answer. So option C is the correct answer. Next one. Housefly belongs to which family? Easy question. This question we have discussed earlier. Housefly belongs to which family? Cyprinidae, Hominidae, Calliphoridae, Muscidae. Housefly belongs to which family? Option D, Muscidae. Okay. Option D is correct. Okay. Muscidae. Okay. Which organism will come under Hominidae? Which organism will come under the family this Hominidae? Any guess? Which group of organisms? Okay, very good. Humans. Okay, let's see the answer now. So, housefly belongs to the family Muscidae. So, Cyprinidae. Cyprinidae means it is freshwater fish group. Okay, Hominidae, as you told, apes and hominids. Then Calliphoridae, blowflies. So, Muscidae, housefly. Okay, so remember all these things. If you want to note down, just note down that Cyprinidae, freshwater fish. Hominidae, apes and hominids. Calliphoridae, it is for blowflies. It is for blowflies. Then Muscidae, it is for housefly. Just note down. So question can be of any way. Next question. X and Y are the components of binomial nomenclature. This naming system was proposed by Z. Who is that? So X, you just take X as a generic name, genus name. Then Y as a specific epithet, species name. Then who proposed this binomial nomenclature? Option A, okay. How you should write a generic name? How should be your generic name? How you should write a generic name? How you should write a specific epithet? Or you will write in Latin. Okay, the first letter should be in caps for a generic name, and the first letter of specific epithet should be, the first letter of specific epithet should be small. So let's see whether the option is correct. So it is proposed by Carolus Linnaeus. What do you mean by binomial nomenclature? What do you mean by a binomial nomenclature? What do you mean by binomial nomenclature? Okay, so naming any organisms using two words, that is known as a binomial nomenclature, and it is proposed by Carolus Linnaeus. Okay, fine. Next question. Given below are two statements. Statement 1, it is mycoplasma can pass through less than 1 micron filter size. Then statement 2 is mycoplasma are bacteria with cell wall. So in the light of the above statements, choose the most appropriate answer from the options given below. So you have to select the answers from the options, which is the correct answer. Both are correct, both are incorrect. One is correct and two is incorrect. One is incorrect and two is correct. Which is the correct answer? Give me the options. Give me the answers fast. So which is the correct answer? Option C. Option C is correct. What is option C? Okay, 1 is correct and 2 is incorrect. Okay, both are incorrect. Okay, mixed answers are there. Option C, option D. Okay, first of all, like let us first know what is mycoplasma. So just tell me, what is mycoplasma first? What do you mean by mycoplasma? Mycoplasma lacks cell wall. Okay. Any other answers? What is mycoplasma? What is mycoplasma? Any other answers for mycoplasma? Okay. Okay. What is the disease caused by mycoplasma? Can you anyone name one disease caused by mycoplasma? Any disease caused by mycoplasma? Okay, pneumonia. Very good. Okay, so somehow you have given answer that mycoplasma lacks cell wall. Okay, then let's see whether the option what you have told is correct. What you have told? Option C. Statement 1 is correct and statement 2 is incorrect. Okay. So option C is the correct answer. So you have given the answer already that mycoplasma doesn't have a cell wall. But statement 2 is stating that mycoplasma are bacteria with cell wall. So statement 2 is incorrect. Which of the following is a correct statement? Autotrophic organisms classified under kingdom Monera, cyanobacteria are group of autotrophic organism classified under kingdom Monera. Bacteria are exclusively heterotrophic organisms. Slime molds or saprophytic organisms classified under kingdom Monera. Mycoplasma have DNA, ribosome and cell wall. So which is correct? Which is correct? Okay. Selvi, why option A is correct? What is the reason? Surabhi, you have to tell why option B is correct. What is the reason? What is the reason? Like why you are telling that option B or option A is correct? What is the reason? What is the reason? See, someone is telling that option A is correct. Some reason should be there. No. Someone is telling that option B is correct. So what is the reason? How you are eliminating other two answers? Because most of the bacteria are heterotrophic. Okay. How you are eliminating the other three options, Surabhi? Like, see, slime molds are saprophytic organisms under kingdom Monera. Mycoplasma have DNA, ribosome, and cell wall. How you are eliminating the other options? Okay, mycoplasma lacks cell wall. So you can easily eliminate option D. Okay. Slime molds are dinoflagellates. Okay. So, what is your conclusion from this? It is option A or option B? Slime molds come under which group? Slime molds and dinoflagellates are different, right? Slime molds are fungus like. right? Slime molds are fungus-like and they are saprophytic protist. And what about this dinoflagellates? What is a dinoflagellate? What about this dinoflagellates? Okay, reptiles. Okay, they cause red tides. Very good. They cause bioluminescence. So with the name only you can easily remember dinoflagellates. So they'll be having two flagella. Very good. So they'll be having two flagella. What is the group that comes under, what are the organisms that comes under dinoflagellates? Mostly dinoflagellates are marine algae, right? These dinoflagellates are unicellular marine algae. Okay. So let's see the answer for this one. So option A, autotrophic organisms classified under kingdom Monera. Cyanobacteria are a group of autotrophic organisms classified under kingdom Monera. C, option B. Someone told option B, right? But the cyanobacteria comes under which group? Cyanobacteria comes under blue green algae or it comes under bacteria? What about the cyanobacteria? They come under bacteria or blue green algae? Autotrophic bacteria. Then how come bacteria are heterotrophic? So they do have few exception cases. So option B is not correct. Next question. Mad cow disease is called, in cattle, and CR Jacob disease in humans or due to infection by prion, bacterium, virus, and viroid. Which is the correct answer? A. Option C. Okay, many answers. A or C. What is this A or C? How you will give answer like A or C? Okay, A. Okay, let's see. Okay, what do you mean by a prion? What do you mean by a prion? What is prions? What is a prion? What is a prion? Pathogen. See, if someone is asking you to define a prion, how you will define a prion? Okay, it can cause neurological disorder. I'm not asking about what it will cause. What is a prion? Define prion. Infectious protein particle without DNA or RNA. Okay. I think prion is abnormally folded protein, right? That's the misfolded protein. Yes. So prion is a abnormally folded protein and that will affect the normal proteins, right? So prion is a abnormally folded protein. Okay, very good. So what is a viroid? What is viroid? What is viroid? What is a viroid? What is a viroid? Define viroid. Okay, smaller than viruses. Okay. Any other definition for viroids? Very good. It is made only of RNA. So viroids are smaller than virus, that is fine. But viroids are single-stranded circular RNAs. Okay. So they can infect mostly plants and they can cause diseases. Okay. Even smaller than virus. Okay, very good. So let's see the answer. Mad cow disease in cattle and Jacob disease in humans are caused due to infection by, it is caused by prions. So see, always remember the definition of these things. What is prion, what is viroid, all those stuffs, because questions can be asked regarding that. Abnormally folded proteins. Okay, next question. Which of the following statement is correct? Which of the following statement is correct? Some of the organisms can fix atmospheric nitrogen in specialized cells called sheath cells. Okay. Fusion of two cells is called karyogamy. Fusion of protoplasm between two motile or non-motile gametes is called plasmogamy. Organisms that depend on living plants are called saprophytes. So, which is the correct answer? Which is the correct answer? Option C. Okay, what do you mean by plasmogamy then? Plasmogamy you have told. Okay. What do you mean by karyogamy then? Sorry, what do you mean by karyogamy? What do you mean by karyogamy? What do you mean by karyogamy? Fusion of nucleus. Okay, so option C is the correct answer. Let's see. So option C is the correct answer. Fusion of protoplasm between two motile or non-motile gametes is plasmogamy. Okay. Which of the following is correct about viroids? See, I told na question can be asked regarding this. So, which of the following is correct about viroids? They have free RNA without protein coat. They have DNA with protein coat. They have free DNA without protein coat. They have RNA with protein coat. Okay, option A, option A, option A. Option B. Just now we discussed what is viroids. Then how come option B? Option A. Only RNA will be there. Okay. So let's see the answer. So they have free RNA without protein coat. So that's why I told you to remember the exact definitions. Okay, next question. Which of the following statement is incorrect? Which of the following statement is incorrect? Conidia are produced exogenously and ascospores endogenously. Yeast have filamentous bodies with long thread-like hyphae. Morels and truffles are edible delicacies. Classipus is a source of many alkaloids and LSD. So, what is the correct answer? Sorry, what is incorrect? Which is the following statement is incorrect? A is incorrect. What is A? Conidia are produced exogenously and ascospores endogenously. Okay. B. C. B. Okay. Many mixed answers are coming. Okay, someone told A is correct answer. Selvi, why you are telling that A is correct answer? What is the reason? Why A is correct answer? Again, B is correct answer. Okay, why B is correct answer then? Yeast is unicellular. Okay. But here option is yeast have filamentous bodies with long thread-like hyphae. Can you see thread-like hyphae in yeast? Can you see a thread-like hyphae in yeast? Okay, and exogenously on the outside, endogenously on the inside. Single-celled fungi, filamentous. Okay. Okay, which are the options are correct here? Let us sort out that. Then we can find which is incorrect. Which are the options are correct here? Is this morels and truffles edible? Is this morels and truffles edible? Can you eat this morels and truffles? Is that correct? Okay, B, C, D is correct. So morels and truffles are edible. Okay, that is correct. What about this classipes is a source of many alkaloids and LSD? Is that correct? That is cladiceps. Claviceps. Is that a source of more alkaloids and LSD? Is claviceps a source of many alkaloids and LSD? Is that true? Is that correct? Ah, it is true. Okay, so two options sorted. Now coming to A and B. Which is correct in that? How come this conidia is produced and how come this ascospore is produced? So option A is correct or not? Option A. Option A is correct or not? Option A is correct or not? Not correct. Option A is correct. Conidia will be produced exogenously. Okay, so conidia will be produced exogenously on the conidiophores and ascospores will be produced endogenously within a special structure, sac-like structure called asci. So option A is also correct. Option B is incorrect. Option B is the answer. So what is incorrect? Option B is incorrect. So see, if you are having any confusion in the answers, first eliminate the answers which are not the correct ones. Generally, I'm telling. Okay, then you can easily sort out the correct answer. So next question, select the correctly written scientific name of mango which was first described by Carolus Linnaeus. So you know the rules of binomial nomenclature. Just check which is the correct one. Mangifera indica. Which is the correct one? Just check which is correct one. All Mangifera indicas. Which Mangifera indica is correct? Option D. A Mangifera indica is correct. Okay. Just tell me how you should write a binomial name. Already we discussed now, but it's fine. How you will write a binomial name? Two words should be there. First one should be generic name. Second one should be specific epithet. Generic name should be always start with a capital letter. Specific epithet should start with a small letter. Fine. After that, till this you will be clear. After that, you know what is author citation? Author citation. Author citation. Any idea? Okay, abbreviated author's name. Very good. So abbreviated author's name. See, if it is Carolus Linnaeus, his name will be written as Linn dot. Okay. Like that, we will use the abbreviated author names. That is known as author citation. So in a binomial name, author citation should be included or not? Author citation should be included or not? Author citation should be included or not? In a binomial name, author citation should be included or not? Not included. Not. It should be included. In a binomial name, author citation should be included. Okay, so now just tell me which will be the correct answer here. Author name should be included. We should write author name. Okay, now it is option D. Let's see. So option D is the correct answer. So whenever you are writing a binomial name of any organism, you have to include the author citation there. So Mangifera indica linnaeus. Okay, you should use the correct abbreviated form of the authors. Next question. Which of the following statement is incorrect? Infective constituent in virus is the protein coat. Prion consists of abnormally folded proteins. Viroids lack a protein coat. Viruses are obligate parasites. Which is incorrect? Which is incorrect? A is incorrect. See, we just discussed about prions and viroids. Now, this is the third question we are answering regarding that, right? Okay, so option A is the correct answer. Let's see. So, infective constituent in virus is the protein coat. Option A is the correct. So, which is the infective constituent of virus then? If it is not protein coat, which is the infective part? Okay, their genetic material. Which of the following organism are known as chief producers in the oceans? Euglenoids, cyanobacteria, dinoflagellates, diatoms. Which is the chief producer in ocean? Euglenoids, cyanobacteria, dinoflagellates, diatoms. Diatoms. Okay. Option D, sure. Okay, where you can see this euglenoids? Where you can see the euglenoids? Where you can see euglenoids? Okay. Where you can see cyanobacterium? Cyanobacterium. Where you can see cyanobacterium? Blue-green algae. Where you can see a cyanobacteria? So mostly I think cyanobacteria you can see in all the environments. Cyanobacteria can be seen in all environments actually. What about this dinoflagellates? Where you can see dinoflagellates? Where you can see dinoflagellates? Okay, marine. What about diatoms? Where you can see the diatoms? Where you can see diatoms? where you can see diatoms. Okay, they are too marine. Okay, so dinoflagellates also marine, diatoms also marine. Then how come you are concluding that diatoms are chief producers in the ocean? Dinoflagellates are marine algae, right? Mostly of marine algae. So diatoms and dinoflagellates both are marine. Then how come you are concluding that diatoms are the chief producers in ocean? Silica deposition. Some other reason is there. Simple reason is there. See, dinoflagellates comparatively, when compared to diatoms, these dinoflagellates, they have a slow growth. Okay, so compared to diatoms, these dinoflagellates have a slow growth and they are less in number compared to diatoms. And they are less in number, like compared to diatoms. So diatoms are the chief producers in ocean. Let's see whether it is correct. So diatoms are the chief producers. See, if you get option like this, if you're confusing, means you have to remember that dinoflagellates grow very slowly when compared to diatoms, and they are less in number, like they are less abundant when compared to diatoms. So diatoms are the chief producers of ocean. Next one. Ciliates differ from all other protozoans. So ciliates differ from all other protozoans. Options are: they are having a contractile vacuole for removing excess water. They are having two types of nuclei. They are using flagella for locomotion. They are using pseudopodia for capturing prey. What is the correct answer? Ciliates differ from all other protozoans having two types of nuclei. Okay. What is this contractile vacuole? What is the use of contractile vacuole? What is this contractile vacuole? Where you can see contractile vacuole? Contractile vacuole. Euglena. Okay. What is the use of the contractile vacuole? Actually, this contractile vacuole you can see in amoeba, paramecium. So what is the role of this contractile vacuole? What does this contractile vacuoles do? Fast. So it helps in, this contractile vacuole helps in, okay, removal of waste. Then it helps in excretion. Good. The other uses, it helps in osmoregulation, right? It helps in osmoregulation. The contractile vacuole helps in osmoregulation. Okay, what is the answer you have given here? Option A is there, option B is there. Okay, let's see the correct answer. So it having two types of nuclei. So that is the correct answer. Ciliates differ from other protozoans because they have two types of nuclei, macronucleus and a micronucleus. Which among the following is not a prokaryote? Mycobacterium, Saccharomyces, Oscillatoria, Nostoc. Someone wants me to explain the previous question. Okay. So ciliates have, so they differ from protozoan because they are having two types of nucleus, one macronucleus and micronucleus. So the protozoans have only one type of nucleus. Okay, so this is how ciliates differ from protozoans. Protozoan will have only one kind of nucleus. That's the major difference. Okay, what is the answer for question number 18? Option B. Option B. Saccharomyces is not a prokaryote. Okay, what do you mean by a prokaryote? What do you mean by prokaryote? Anyone? What do you mean by a prokaryote? Single celled unicellular. That is unicellular, right? Definition for prokaryote. Prokaryote, eukaryote. What is a prokaryote? Define prokaryote. Okay, no true nucleus and you cannot see any membrane bound organelles. So that is a prokaryote. Okay, let's see the correct answer now. So Saccharomyces is a not a prokaryote. Select the wrong statement. Mushroom belongs to Basidiomycetes. Cell wall is present in members of fungi and plantae. Pseudopodia are locomotory and feeding structures in sporozoans. Mitochondria are the powerhouse of the cell in all kingdoms except Monera. So select the wrong statement. You have to select the wrong statement. Option D, mitochondria are the powerhouse. Okay. Option C, option A, okay, mushrooms are deuteromycetes. Okay. Okay, what is the use of the pseudopodia? What is the use of the pseudopodia? Pseudopodia. What is pseudopodia? Okay, for locomotion. Pseudo means false. Okay, capturing prey. Okay. Surabhi, mushroom belongs to Basidiomycetes. Deuteromycetes are imperfect fungi. Okay, deuteromycetes are imperfect fungi. Mushroom belongs to Basidiomycetes. Okay, which is the wrong statement here? Cell wall is present in members of fungi and plantae. Is that true? Cell wall is present in fungi and plantae. Is that true? Is that correct? Is cell wall seen in plants and fungi? Yes or no? Yes, B is true. Okay. So let's see the correct answer now. What is the wrong statement? Pseudopodia are locomotory and feeding structures in sporozoans. That is the wrong answer. Oxygen is not produced during photosynthesis by. Oxygen is not produced during photosynthesis by Cycus, green sulfur bacteria, Cara, and Nostoc, which does not produce oxygen during photosynthesis. Sulfur bacteria, green sulfur. Okay. Okay, cycas belongs to which group? Cycas belongs to which group of plants? Cycas belongs to which group of plants? Gymnosperms. Okay. Cara belongs to? Cara? What is Cara? What is Cara? Cara is a algae. Okay, very good. What is nostoc? Nostoc? What is nostoc? Nostoc belongs to which group? Nostoc belongs to which group? Not fungi. It's a cyanobacteria. Yes, nostoc is a cyanobacteria. It's a blue-green algae. Okay, very good. So, oxygen is not produced during photosynthesis by green sulfur bacteria. So, other three algae will produce oxygen and plants also will produce oxygen during photosynthesis. Okay, next question. After karyogamy followed by meiosis, spores are produced exogenously in Saccharomyces, Neurospora, Alternaria, Agaricus. After karyogamy followed by meiosis, spores are produced exogenously in Saccharomyces, Neurospora, Alternaria, Agaricus. Option D, Agaricus. Okay. How come option D? What's the reason? Why you are telling option D? What's the reason? What kind of spores will be produced in Agaricus? Agaricus belongs to which group? See, Agaricus belongs to Basidiomycetes. So, what kind of spores will be produced in Agaricus? Okay, Basidiospore. Endogenously or exogenously? Where it will form? Where you can see a Basidiospore? Exogenously. So, what is the correct answer then? So, option D is the correct answer. So, after karyogamy followed by meiosis, in Agaricus, basidiospores will be formed. So, basidiospores will be formed exogenously. So, that is the correct answer. Which of the following components provides sticky character to a bacterial cell? Nuclear membrane, plasma membrane, glycocalyx, cell wall. Which gives a sticky character? I think this question is very easy. Sticky character to a bacterial cell wall. Sticky character to bacterial cell wall. See, question itself is sticky character to bacterial cell wall. So, what is the answer? Glycocalyx. So, glycocalyx is the correct answer. Next question. DNA replication in bacteria occurs within nucleolus, prior to fission, just before transcription, during S phase. DNA replication in bacteria occurs prior to fission. Okay. Someone is giving option D, during S phase. B is correct, prior to fission. Okay. B. Sure? Let us check the answer. So replication in bacteria occurs prior to fission. So B is the correct answer. So moving to next question. Which of the following are found in extreme saline conditions? This you can answer easily. Easy question only. Eubacteria, cyanobacteria, mycobacteria, archaebacteria. Which is found in extreme saline conditions. Extreme saline. Okay, halophiles. Very good. What do you mean by saline condition, Pa? What do you mean by salinity, saline condition? Okay, salt. Extreme salt condition. Okay. Halophiles. Okay. Extremely salty. Okay, fine. So that is saline condition. So which one can be seen in extreme saline conditions? Archaebacteria. So that is the correct answer. Archaebacteria. Okay, next question. Again about viroids. Viroids differ from viruses in having. That's all. Easy question. DNA molecules without protein coat, RNA molecules with protein coat, RNA without protein coat, DNA molecules with protein coat. What is the correct answer? Yes, very good. C, C, C. Okay. So, viroids differ from virus in having RNA molecules without a protein coat. Okay, fine. Do you have any doubts in the questions? Whatever we have discussed so far? Any doubts? Okay. Is my speed okay for you, or else should I go slow? Mushrooms? What about mushrooms? What is your doubt, Surabhi? What's your doubt? Oh, their class and spore formation. Okay. So, basidiomycetes, you know, right? Basidiomycetes, ascomycetes, deuteromycetes. You know, right? Basidiomycetes, ascomycetes, deuteromycetes. So, basidiomycetes will produce basidiospores. Ascomycetes will produce ascospores. Deuteromycetes will produce what kind of spore? Deuteromycete is known as a fungi imperfect, right? It is known as fungi imperfect, or else fungi imperfecti or imperfect fungi, because sexual reproduction in deuteromycetes is not yet been studied properly. Okay. So they reproduce asexually through conidia. They reproduce through conidia. Okay. Yes, they lack sex.